So welcome back to the campaign. For anyone new, I play games for the storytelling and challenge, which generally means taking my time, trying to stay thematic, and avoiding exploits. If you prefer min-maxing or speeding through content, then my stuff may not be for you, although you're welcome to join us for a while to find out. In Total War Warhammer, that means using some mods to make the campaign and battles slower and harder to try to fit the brutal world of Warhammer, and also fighting all but the most lopsided battles manually. There's a link in the description to the video where I go over all the mods we're using and why. For this campaign, we're playing as Thorek Ironbrow, who has resolved to reforge all the missing artifacts from the broken pieces scattered around the map, and of course conquering territory and crushing the enemies of the dwarves in the process. Okay, so first order of business before I even start talking about the strategic situation is I want to make sure that I remember to go ahead and reforge this Ratan's Collar of Bestial Control. Boom.
Beasts everywhere will bend to our will.
Perfect. Okay. Now, that's one artifact out of the way. We have, what, 7 more? Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. Okay. All right. And while we're on the matter of removing that grudge, it does remind me that I really need to pay more attention to the Great Book of Grudges and try to get some of these others taken care of. So obviously the first grouping of them here is simply the reforging of the artifacts, but then we have things raid any region belonging to Khorne. We can do that soon, I think. Win 3 battles against the undead. Well, we've won 2 already, and we're I'm sure we'll get an opportunity to do a third. Actually, yeah, I mean, that's the vampire counts, right? Are included in that. So yeah, we'll definitely have that one knocked out here pretty soon. So that's a good thing. But I do want to make a concerted effort to not allow the grudges to build up. We are already at angry severity. Total severity 66, which is a little bit problematic. We want to try to get it back down a little bit more manageable. Okay, so the strategic situation is a little bit improved for us. We're still basically only at war with one enemy right now for the time being, and I don't see anything that is likely to be able to stop us from polishing off the rest of these guys. I have been calling them the Silver Dawn. I don't remember now. Is it the Silver Dawn or the Silver Host? They're actually known in our game currently as the City of Dawn. So who the heck knows? I don't, but you get the idea. We're going to finish them off, which means taking 2 more settlements, and that will then give us the full control of Crater of the Waking Dead, unless for some reason Kroq-Gar decides to hurry up and get up there and beat us to it, and he might. He does look like he might be sending an army up this way. So we'll see. All right, in any case, I'm going to consider upgrading Labaris here because if we do end up keeping this province, obviously we will want to build those things up, but it's not a priority right now. The priority right now is... Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess I just took it this turn. So we have no movement left, so I won't be moving out this turn. I'm probably going to want to go into, whatchamacallit, use underway stance in order to get down here a little bit faster. I think that'll probably be the fastest way to do it. So we're getting a little bit of replenishment here. That's all well and good. We need it. Up here, Tekton doing okay. We're using currently Thorgard here in ambush stance in case they should decide to come up this way, because we can win a fight against that army of scrubs for the most part, I think. And so there's really not a whole lot to do, I don't think, before we just go ahead and end our turn. I am going to... Well... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I think we're committed to keeping these at this point. This is an extra 100 per turn. It's going to take 24 turns to pay off. We can't afford both of these. Probably the more important of the two of them right now is actually the growth. So we'll do the growth for now. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the diplomacy. Trade agreement with... Oh. Okay. He's at war with... Oh, interesting. He's at war with Teclis. That's right. I had forgotten about that. But that's not really a concern for us, I don't think. So there's no real reason to not. He doesn't have any feelings one way or the other about our relationship with Kroq-Gar. I think he's probably safe to go ahead and do a trade agreement with. So that's good. And anyone else here want to do anything at all? No. Okay. All right. Very good. I think we are... we're all set. We'll keep an eye on Kroq-Gar and see what he ends up doing here. But I don't think much is going to be able to stop us from at least taking Doomglade. So let's go ahead and see what happens. So he is moving northward, but not very quickly. He's also closing in on the bowmen there. Oh, he is going towards Doomglade, okay. Not... Well, I'm not sure I trust that little blue line. He might be going on Doomglade, he might be going on Resetra. Either way, we might be able to beat him to it. And it's perfectly okay with me if he wants to go to war with Scarbrand as well. Alright, well, we already saw the City of Dawn come and go there really quickly, so they did nothing. They're in recruiting stance. Okay, Rite of Awakening performed, that's fine. Wild Hunt, doesn't matter for us. Negative growth here in this region. That's not great, but it's not terrible. We can deal with that. Okay, so let's go ahead now. We're gonna go as quickly as we can. Okay, so we actually can't get on the other side of the river if we were to use the underway stance. So let's go ahead and go into march stance. And he actually has 2 armies here. I didn't realize that. That's fine. I don't imagine that this army is anything worth worrying about. His total strength is 93. Yeah, he's got 2 armies, but neither one of them could possibly be very strong. So we're going to go ahead and move as quickly as we can towards his territory.
No honest work without sweat.
It's going to take us, I'm pretty sure, 2 turns to be able to get there. And so if Kroq-Gar goes straight for it, then he very likely will get there first. But all we got to do is we got to wait and see which way he moves. If he moves towards Doomglade, maybe we'll just go straight for Resetra. Meanwhile, Labaris, okay. We could go ahead and do this. Let's just see if there's any better use for our money. This one is a little cheaper, accomplishes the same thing. So let's do that. And we still have a little bit of control issues, but if we can start to improve our grudge situation, then that'll improve our public order as well. Okay, so we could actually do both. Why not? I feel relatively flush with money all of a sudden compared to what we have in the other campaigns that I'm doing right now. The Khazrak and particularly the Kugath campaigns. So I don't think there's a whole lot else for us to do. Garrison Lord not moved. That's because, yeah, we want to keep them in place. He's up here mostly as a safeguard in case of attack by Clan Moors, and he's up there in case of a push north from them. Although, quite frankly,
I hope.
now, I was going to say, we could start to move him forward, but if he were to actually ambush this army, if it were to come up that way, I don't want to try to fight 20 units with 9. So that would not be great. Okay, we'll go ahead and check the diplomacy again. All right. Let's keep it going. Keep things rolling here. So what is Kroq-Gar going to do? Okay, he really is going for Doomglade. The question is, can he get there before us? So all that time, Kroq-Gar was just kind of dancing around, seemingly doing nothing of value. And now he's got 4 different armies simultaneously making pushes on 2 different enemies, 3 different settlements. He's gone from basically unintelligible behavior to super aggressive. Okay, scrutinize guild leaders, we'll take it. Buildings constructed, that's good. A little bit more growth is good. We're still making plenty of money. Okay, he is not going to be able to reach this turn. We obviously cannot reach this turn either, but what we can do... Do we have a grudge to do any raiding? Or an objective to do any raiding? We just need to win battles. We need to raid against Scarbrand, but not against the Vampire Counts. Okay. Well, I don't want to run the risk of not being able to reach next turn. So, going to go ahead and use the underway stance. He's got 13 slightly damaged troops in that garrison, plus this army. This army does not really worry me. So we're going to go ahead and go full throttle down here.
Stuff and nonsense. Rune Lord of Garakazol.
Okay. We lost our replenishment, but that's alright. And we can get there before Kroq-Gar does. Kroq-Gar's army would be strong enough to take that if he wanted to. Then we've got Resetra over here. Still can't really see their army. Don't have any heroes in that army with which to get eyes on them. What do we want to do with our money? I see no reason not to go ahead and continue the growth. We do have some research to do here. 4 turns for most of this column. I think what we want to do, yeah, we want this. Empower the guilds plus 15 growth. Okay. Alright, look at how long it's taking to replenish. That's what we expected. Okay, Lord not moved, that's fine. Diplomacy real quick.
No.
Alright. Let's just get down here where we can keep a nice eye on things and go ahead and end the turn. And let's see if there's any reaction at all from the City of Dawn. Sorry, Kroq-Gar, I'm just barely going to beat you to it. I kind of liked it better when his hero unit was in Scarbrand's territory because it's sort of like a free scout for us. At least we know that Scarbrand doesn't appear to be getting ready to invade us. It would be nice to find out where exactly on the map Scarbrand is. Okay, so he's moving away. It's interesting. He knows he's going to lose the settlement, so I guess that makes sense. War Fervor, we don't really need more leadership, so we might as well take the recruitment cost in case we decide to do some more recruiting. And we might. Speaking of which, that reminds me. We have an artifact piece that allows us to recruit this guy, a yoked Carnosaur. 432 upkeep. I will go ahead and recruit him at some point, but since he won't fit into Thorek's army right now, in Thorek's army we want to specialize in the melee, melee and coroller infantry units anyway. It probably makes more sense to put that yoked Carnosaur into one of the other armies, and neither one of them is about to get into a fight, so it's fine. I just now noticed that our iron breakers here are all the way up to rank 8. That's nice. Okay. Oh, and we got up to population surplus of 4. That's very nice. So now what we need is enough money to actually get that upgraded. Okay, Thorek, let's go ahead. Oh, and he stayed close enough where he can reinforce. That's interesting. All right, well, we're 18 minutes in. We're going to get ourselves a nice battle here. I don't think this is going to be that tough of a battle. It is a field battle. Don't really think there's any special tactics that are going to be necessary. He does have a lot of units, so we just wanted to make sure that our quarrelers don't get really vulnerable. And his reinforcing army is actually coming in from the side there. Depending on where he positions his garrison army, we may want to just position ourselves where we can wipe out the incoming army as it comes in. How long does he have? A minute and a half. The thing I don't like about positioning ourselves here to take that army out is that it's going to be in the trees. And that's not great for us. So let's go ahead and move. Not quite like that. Let's get sort of like this. This way we can go ahead and bombard them. We can start to move forward with our quarrelers, and unless they completely back up, which they might, but unless they do, we can probably at least get a decent amount of damage inflicted on their garrison army before those guys get in. So let's try that. Let's get everybody except for the grudge throwers moving forward here. Let's put ourselves in a position where we can hit where his reinforcing army is going to be coming straight at us as well. Let's go ahead and speed things up here. Alright, let's go ahead and push forward a little bit more here. We have 20 seconds there. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. Spun my camera around a little bit too much there. Let's go ahead and do this. Here they go, they're coming in. Alright, let's go ahead and
My belayers will
get some explosions going if we can. Let's go ahead and get Thorek
fast. Step to it.
and the Thane up into frontline positions. Let's go ahead and hit... Don't really want to hit zombies. It's really all you can hit though, so that's fine. We'll hit zombies then.
Casting the
Okay, so now you guys, we want to go ahead and refuse this flank.
striker.
You guys get over here as well.
Move.
You guys are okay. Let's go ahead and get the Thane on the dire wolves. Let's go ahead and get you guys turned.
Move up. Pump those dwarven legs for the ancestor gods.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you... You're quarrelers. Why are you giving me the sword symbol? What is going on with that? All of a sudden my quarrelers don't have the fire icon. They've got the... Alright, this is bad. Let's get him back here. Let's get you guys over to take out those dire wolves if they go at the grudge throwers. I'm very confused by why my quarrelers, when I hover over enemy units now, they're getting the melee attack sword icon instead of the shoot icon. Let's go ahead and load those guys up if we can. Alright, how are we doing there? You're still moving. You guys go ahead and get back like this, I suppose. I think their first army is pretty well destroyed at this point, so that's good. In fact, other than these skeletons who are crumbling, and these guys who are also crumbling, pretty well all taken care of. Oh no, there's my bad. There's a lord there. I don't think he'll last too much longer. All right, so let's go ahead and get you guys. Not you or you. Everybody else, let's get you rearranged here like this. And you all, get you in front. Grudge throwers, let's actually get you backward this way a little bit. Now you and you, let's pull you around like this. Mr. Thane, how are you doing? Okay, yeah, this is a concern. Let's go ahead and get over here on those crypt horrors. We'll go ahead and move you. We'll thin out our front line a little bit here to provide a little bit more wider screen on. Okay, yeah, I'm just very concerned about if maybe one of the mods that we're using is causing an issue there with the attack orders. Alright, you can go ahead and get back now. Thorek, let's go ahead and get you exploding. Those are skeleton warriors, that's fine. You guys, let's pull you back. Thane, we can go ahead and move him back a little bit. Runesmith back a little bit. Thorek, you're already coming back. Those guys are just about dead. That's good. Okay, now we can go ahead and reform our lines nice and neat. Okay, let's speed things up a little bit. Now's where our quarrelers are really going to do tons of damage. At least the fire at will is working, but I just don't understand
Grungni,
I get why
right the room.
Thorek gets a sword icon. What I don't get is why
Oath and steel.
my missile units are getting a sword icon. Let's go ahead and give a speed and melee attack to these guys back here. Quarrelers in case it's necessary, but the warriors there can definitely always use it. Thorek, you just go ahead and get back engaged there. Go ahead and give you a little bit of a bonus. Quarrelers, very good. Let's go ahead and get the warriors moving in a more offensive position. I think at this point it's pretty much all fallen to pieces for them. Okay. All right. Well, one loss, definitely pretty good. We wiped out almost 3,500 enemy troops at the loss of one dwarf. So not going to complain about that at all. Just a little bit disconcerted by the attack order malfunction. It would be very bad if we start having mod problems. Okay, Rangers standard. For dwarves, it's useful, I suppose, although don't really know who we should give it to. Let's give it to our runesmith. We often like to move him forward and back. Okay. Let's go ahead and occupy.
Claim it for the throne.
All right, and I think that's going to finish one of our grudges, right? Indeed, there we go. Very good. And a celebration, a control +3 for all provinces. That sounds pretty good. We only took 1 point off of our total severity, however. That's a little unfortunate, but it's not causing us too much hardship at this point. Okay, let's go ahead and spin our camera around. Oh, yes, I forgot how the undead, the Vampire Count's armies, when you destroy them, they don't stay destroyed. Okay, let's go ahead and get... I think what we may go ahead and do is Ornery Overseer, so now we can at least just say that we have thematically finished all of his special abilities, ancillaries. Nothing to do, okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at Gottry here. Plenty more that we can do with you. Let's go ahead and give you... Let's see, if I start using... Which one is it? Yeah, is it this one that gives us... No, that's a boost to armor. Which one gives us the boost to speed and attack? Well, that's not that one either. Oh, it's this one, Rune of Speed. Okay, so this just reduces the cooldown, but we could overcast it, which affects... It just extends the duration. It doesn't actually increase the number of units. It doesn't appear. Well, I think I'm going to start taking some of the more nice-to-haves, but less important. So I'll give them a little bit of speed. And you're 1 level away from being immortal. That's always nice. I've already filled up the hard-to-hit and the deadly blade. Let's go ahead and give you... Oh, and Wound Maker and Blade Shield. Okay, so that's good. Your leadership is really not much of a concern. I don't really feel the need to bump that up. Your armor is not much of a concern. So, and my micro is not good enough to really prioritize charging, so we're going to give him Scarred Veteran. Okay. All right, now... We can't obviously attack him this turn, so that's unfortunate. Doomglade, we have enough money now to be able to level him up, but let's see if we have enough money to level up Karazorn. We do not. We need 9,000. Well, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have 9,000 next turn. So what that really means is probably not spending anything this turn, or can we... This is 920. If we spend 920... No, that doesn't give us 9,000 next turn. Okay. All right.
Summon me if you dare.
And we're not going to get to Resetra before Kroq-Gar does, sadly. But that's okay. Not the end of the world. We have a pretty solid arrangement with the military alliance with them right now, so I don't think that's a big deal. Building upgrade, yeah, we can't afford it. And you might as well stay like that. Outpost available, no thank you. Check our diplomacy.
I am ready.
Okay, he's still not asking for peace. It's a very bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for you. And I'm very curious if the City of Dawn is going to... what he's going to do with that army of 3 depleted units. He'll probably just raid and be a pain in our butt. Okay, so that's nice that we can now see as far as Manfred. Manfred is somebody we're going to go to war with if he's still alive by the time we get over there. Here we go, City of Dawn, what are you going to do? You're going to run away. I wonder if we can reach him. I'm going to assume probably not. Clan Moor's doing a pestilent scheme. Dwarf Bride, that's always good. We're going to go ahead and give that to one of our lords. We encountered a couple more factions. Got some buildings built. All well and good. Let's make sure that one of our lords, or actually maybe all of our lords, has a Dwarf Bride. Yeah, we have 3 of them, so we should be able to get one for each of our lords.
Can I help you?
Boom, perfect. Okay. Alright. So, Garrison Lord Thorek, can you reach him? No, you can't. Oh, that's aggravating. Okay. That's fine. We know we're not going to be able to get over here. Well, actually, we don't know for sure that we're not going to be able to reach Resetra. We don't know for sure. Kroq-Gar. Actually, we can outrun him. So here's the question. Do we abandon Doomglade? Boy, this is an issue. He's got this terribly depleted army here. But with the Lord, he could very well be able to take Doomglade if we were to leave it. But we're going to try to anyway, because I want Resetra. And we can get there before Kroq-Gar, because Kroq-Gar is too slow. So let's do it. Let's do it.
Come on.
And then we'll just come back and retake Doomglade if somehow he is able to take it from us. But in order to hedge our bets, we could recruit a lord here. I don't think he can take it this turn. It doesn't. Looks like in March stance he can reach, but that means in a regular stance he won't be able to reach. If he starts moving towards it, we can recruit the Lord and spend some money to get Regiment of Renown to reinforce it. We can do all that next turn. So now let's go ahead and move you forward, and we'll get you involved in the battle for Resetra next turn. Granite Massif, here we go. This is what we want. 9,000. Worth it. Nothing to do up here. Still replenishing up there. Got a skill up. Let's go ahead and give him Blade Master. We already have Axe Lord with him. Okay, alright, very good. And does not seem as though Queek is coming down our way just yet. Alright. Let's try to finish up the war against Resetra this episode.
What?
Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay. So Kroq-Gar took about 1 step forward, his other army took about 3 steps forward. Also, he did take Orion's camp there. So the bowmen... I may have missed it, but I don't remember a message saying that the bowmen have been destroyed. Okay, so Manfred... I'd need to double check. Are Manfred and Kroq-Gar at war with one another? We don't exactly want Kroq-Gar to get so big that he becomes a concern for us. Okay, what do we have? We have recruitment costs up, leadership up, and it's the same either way. Alright, population surplus, that's all well and good. We got ourselves a little bit more growth, that's also well and good. He is still looking at the same pathetic little army. Our garrison is probably not strong enough to beat that, so I'm going to have to recruit a lord with some regiments of renown, but we're going to go ahead and do this first, I think. Don't see any... Is there anything that we need to do ahead of time now?
Already done.
Okay, decisive victory. It is going to be, I presume, a field battle. It is, okay. It's in circle.
Attack.
Let's go ahead and get Thorgard. Can you reach if I put you in? You can reach no matter what the stance is. Okay, so let's just go ahead and have you move in regular stance. We'll go ahead and fight this, and then recruit our extra lord. Okay, so we're going to have to be a little bit more discriminate here in this battle. First of all, our reinforcements are coming in over here, and we don't really want them to get wiped out, so we'll have to set up shop over here. Let's go ahead and get... Let me see how we're going to do this. I think I'm going to go ahead and checkerboard
Range firepower ready.
our quarrelers. Let's go ahead and get maybe the 3 of you. Let's move you over here. Like so. And then we're going to get all of our dwarf warriors out in front as quickly as possible. Our iron breakers as well. Thorek as well. Okay. And of course our grudge throwers. Let's get you up here on a nice high rise. Start the battle. You guys move forward. Thorek, Runesmith, and Thane, you guys forward as well. Now, Thorek, actually, let's get you over towards there. Let's see if we can get... You know, what we're going to do is we're going to take all of our quarrelers and we're going to rotate them a bit. Like so. And then we're going to take our melee infantry and we're going to keep them in front. Like so. We're going to have our grudge throwers. I'm looking for Graveguard to hit. Okay. Thorek, hit him. Don't go right past him. My goodness. It's so annoying. Okay. Are these Graveguard? No. Right, let's get... I think we're gonna handle those wolves just fine. Enemy Lord wounded. That's good. Thorek, let's get you over here. We don't want to leave this entire side too exposed. Thane, let's get you on them. And Runesmith, you can't yet cast again. Alright, Thorek, what do we have over here? Let's get Thorek back into the middle here. Let's try to get a nice explosion going here. For you two. Never mind. Okay. Misjudged that, but that's fine. Didn't realize it was going to take him quite that long to get there, but it's fine. I think this is going pretty well. It's all quite manageable. And thankfully, okay, I'm so glad, targeting with our quarrelers is back to the ranged targeting. So that's good. All you guys just go ahead and get in this way. How are we looking everywhere? Seems to be going pretty well. Our Runesmith is strong enough now that he can even tank for a while. Let's go ahead and get some buffs on our units. Let's go ahead and get our iron breakers involved in the fighting. Okay, Thorek. Yeah, go ahead and hit those crypt horrors. We've got all of our corralers positioned for the most part, I think, to be able to destroy those crypt horrors very quickly indeed. Now you four, let's go ahead and let's move you. Oh, oops, that's not quite what I wanted to do there. How do I... Oh, that was not what I was expecting. I was getting ready to rearrange all of our troops, and everything disintegrated. All right, very good. We lost 10 dwarves. If you use strategy to your advantage as the dwarves, you can really fight battle after battle with really quite minimal losses. Okay, and I mentioned in the Khazrak video, I'll go ahead and mention it here as well. I'm going to try to get the episodes in a little bit less time moving forward so that they'll be a little bit shorter, not a whole lot shorter, but a little bit shorter each. And I'm going to try to put them out more frequently. So that means I think that's the last battle we're going to be able to do for this episode. I'll go ahead and pick up here in the next episode. All we got to do as our starting point then in the next episode is make sure that we have Doomglade secured. So, the war is all but over against the City of Dawn. As long as I recruit a lord here and some regiments of renown, we'll be able to withstand an attack if he even bothers to attack. All right, and then moving on into the next episode, we will attack either Queek or Skarbrand, depending on what we feel like at the time. But until then, thank you all for watching. As always, I appreciate your comments, and I will see you all in the next episode.